Imagine a fishing village torn apart. A massive, terrifying creature breaches the surface of a river, splintering wooden docks and dragging people into the depths. Into this chaos steps Chen Xuanzang. He doesn't draw a sword or cast a hex. Instead, he pulls out a book of 300 children's nursery rhymes, stands in front of the beast, and begins to sing. The result is immediate and humiliating. The demon thrashes him. The villagers, who just watched their neighbors get eaten, mock him as he hangs suspended by his ankles. In this world, dealing with demons is a lucrative, bloody business. Professional hunters use mechanical traps, cast explosive magic, and wield heavy blades to capture these monsters for high bounties. Next to hunters who slice through enemies for a paycheck, Xuanzang's method of singing lullabies to apex predators looks like pure suicidal delusion. But Xuanzang operates on a conviction taught by his master. He believes demons are victims, innocent people who were betrayed, murdered, and cursed by their own rage. He uses these nursery rhymes as a scalpel, believing a pure, innocent melody can cut through a monster's hardened exterior to reach the person they used to be. In practice, the results are catastrophic. He repeatedly finds himself weaponless and inches from death, while the demons remain entirely unmoved by his song. He survives only because of Miss Duan. She is a highly skilled, ruthless demon hunter who turns monsters into dust, saves his life on multiple occasions, and falls completely in love with him. Xuanzang rejects her advances at every turn. He insists he must focus entirely on the greater love of saving humanity, which requires him to abandon the small love of earthly romance. His devotion to this ideology is absolute, yet it leaves him entirely defenseless against literal monsters and completely isolated from the one person willing to fight by his side. This stubbornness hits a wall when a seemingly invincible pink demon slaughters an entire restaurant full of people. Outmatched, Xuanzang's master sends him to find the one being powerful enough to help, the legendary Monkey King. He finds the Monkey King deep in a cavern, trapped under a mountain by the Buddha for 500 years. Instead of a raging beast, Xuanzang meets a polite, balding ascetic. The Monkey King claims the centuries of isolation worked, purging all hatred from his heart. He patiently coaches Xuanzang on how to defeat the pig demon, building a false sense of trust. Then, in a moment of engineered desperation, he tricks Xuanzang into pulling the lotus flower that acts as the seal to his prison. Xuanzang's conviction that every soul yearns for redemption leaves him blind to the trap. He becomes the perfect instrument for an unrepentant killer. The second the seal breaks, the polite facade vanishes. The harmless prisoner explodes into a massive, terrifying demonic ape. Miss Duan arrives to protect Xuanzang, throwing herself at the beast. The Monkey King swats her aside and crushes her to death right in front of him. As Xuanzang sits paralyzed by shock, the Monkey King casually rips the book of 300 nursery rhymes to shreds, scattering the pages into the wind. His refusal to acknowledge the existence of pure, irredeemable evil led directly to this moment. The doctrine he valued above all else cost him the life of the woman who loved him. Holding Miss Duan's lifeless body, Xuanzang finally breaks. The rigid rules he clung to dissolve, and he tearfully admits that he has loved her from the very beginning. He finds that the greater love for all humanity requires the anchor of small love, the agonizing personal attachment to a single individual. By genuinely experiencing human grief, he reaches true enlightenment. The shredded pages of his children's book begin to glow, reassembling in his hands into the powerful Mahavairochana Sutra. This photo of the Leshan giant Buddha captures the scale. He manifests a massive cosmic Buddha, pressing its overwhelming weight down to subdue the demon. He subdues the beast through profound, enlightened empathy. He tames monsters by acknowledging the tragedy that created them. Xuanzang shaves his head, dons his master's robes, and accepts the water demon, the pig demon, and the Monkey King as his disciples. His belief in redemption was correct all along. He just had to endure the tragedy required to earn it.